Before we get into this week's questions, did you have anything that you wanted to speak on or get into before we get started?
Right quick. I just wanted to shout out the services. So any of y'all that want to go and pay respects, send some flowers or whatever to Big Y family or for his services, it's going to be at Noah Jones Church in Los Angeles, the City of Refugees on Avalon. It's going to be on the 20th, Tuesday of June, for Big Y services. So any of you guys that want to go and attend and pay respect to Big Y, I hear the services is open to the public. So my boy Big Y, man. Other than that, my boy Sugar Booger and Tata and the Inglewood and the Crenshaw Mafia family and his family, respect and shout outs. Y'all need anything from Reggie Wright or first, Sugar Booger know how to get a hold to me, reach out. Other than that, let's get into it, Big John.
Okay, so last segment of interviews, you spoke on Billy Garland, and there were only a couple of segments that were released at the time that we recorded that interview. Now that a full week has gone by and more segments have come out, do you have the same feelings that you had before, or what are your thoughts on Billy Garland now that you've heard a week of the interview segments that he's got?
Oh, might have been a little bit too hard on him, personally. Might have been a little bit too hard on him. So I can tell he's a genuine a man now that he's, a little older, in his 70s. You can see all of the, the charisma. You can see where Pac got a lot of his features and his charm from, because he seemed to be charming a lot of you guys over there. My only problem is, from the words of Tupac and from Afeni, that's all I knew about him. And the times I told you I saw him at the hospital. And then I told y'all, he was the first in line to file for something. So y'all got to understand my positioning when I hear the name Billy Gordon. And then also, and John kind of pointed something out to me. I have been reading texts and responses from obviously a troll, probably that homosexual from the UK, or maybe the Sun, I don't know. John thinks it's the Sun, I think it's a troll that has been responding as if they were him to the groupie and to people for the last year or two. And so I've been reading those texts and saying, and people, of course, y'all think I'm a stalker, I don't read nothing. Everything I learn or see gets sent to me. And so I was sent those texts over the years. I'll have John put up a couple of them. This person is definitely not Mr. Garland. I can tell the way this gentleman that's speaking on the channel talks. And as John pointed out to me, older people don't spell things like the person in this text is spelling. They don't communicate or talk like that. They use the correct spelling. And so I don't believe it's him anymore. And so that's where a lot of my anger and disgust came from as well. But I'm not backtracking. And we just want to say this because, I call a ball, a strike. A strike if I don't like you or if I like you. But the groupie, in my opinion, so far, and this is Sunday, that we tape this, that's going to be posted up on Monday. But so far, he's been conducting a very professional interview for Art the Dialogue channel. A lot of y'all asking the question, why? Why is Billy doing it on Art's channel and not on his own channel? Well, because I'm sure Mr. Garland requested a fee. More than positive. And our channel is able to produce that fee and get that viewers, which was a smart move. For any of y'all don't understand it, that was a smart Smart move. I did that with Vlad for the Compton Cops episodes. Some things you just, to get that exposure going, and the budget that needed, you have to take the other channels. So I get it. So most of y'all say, oh, Reggie, Afeni lied. And I hate that y'all in the comment section, y'all turn on Miss Feeney so quick. Y'all turn you. Either y'all all deadbeat dads, which I don't know, and not all of y'all turn, because a lot of y'all are saying, and y'all comprehend. But you other 50% or whatever, turned on Afeni. Oh, she lied to him all his life. She lied to him and told him his dad is dead. Well, we're not talking about Afeni on this. It's not Tupac's responsibility as a kid to find his dad. It wasn't Tupac's responsibility. So if he was lied to or whatever, that conversation come up once the dad finds you. Y'all got to understand that. Once he found him, then that conversation can come up with Tupac. But Billy was neglect. He up there telling y'all, which I don't know why he spoke on and telling you. See how y'all already calling ballerinas and stuff? I can't wait till one of you fools you trolls, you haters start saying, oh, Pac was pee-peeing in the bed at 5 years old. Why he put that out there, I don't know. That show y'all there's some type of anger still or resentment still. That he would say his little light-skinned kids wasn't the ones pee-peeing in the bed, but the dark-skinned kid was. Too deep for y'all? I'll leave that subject alone. But it's a dad's responsibility. So he said he had a relationship with him, and he was coming over there spending the night at his house until he was 4 or 5 years old. Okay. He never questioned why Tupac's name was changed? Okay, I'll leave that alone. Because we all know what Tupac thought his real name was for a long time, right? If y'all don't, okay. But from age 5 to 12, Tupac was still in New York. Y'all seem to think like, oh, Feeney was moving around and he was moving around. They didn't start moving around until after the age of 12, 13 that they go to Baltimore, which is not too far. Not as far as most of y'all think on the West Coast. Because people on the East Coast know Baltimore, D.C., and Philadelphia, and all those little cities out there. That's like going to Oakland, for people that's in California that can't relate to distance and stuff. But my point is, as a father, you still have responsibilities to find your kid. You guys are giving him a pass, in my opinion, and putting a lot of blame on Afeni. From the age of 5 to 12, he could have found Tupac if he wanted Tupac in his life. That's why Reggie still stands by that he was neglect and he's considered a deadbeat father. Y'all hear the statements that this man is making? What's the first statement that he said? That he got a suit. He said, Afeni gave him a suit. That's all Afeni had at the time. She was still fighting for his rights and the money starting to be due. It took like a year or two for all of that to get settled for her to get some checks and stuff. But she was kind enough and said, here's a suit. Look what he said. I guess I could have sold it on eBay and make some money now. Why would you want to say, I got a fucking death row chain and plaques and stuff in there that y'all couldn't buy from me for nothing. Nothing. Because that's your legacy. That's that stuff. I got ties from my grandfather that's big and fat at the bottom that you couldn't get from me. I wouldn't sell you. So, but other than that, as far as the questions, coming off as a great interview, great information that's been put out there, but y'all still gotta take it with a grain of salt. Don't make this man a hero. Just make him as information. Use it as information. but doesn't appear to be a bad guy. But he was neglectful and wanting to be a part of his son's life. And so y'all learn from that. I know a lot of people think it's because mama stopped giving you pussy that it ain't, I don't want to be with her no more. I don't want to deal with the kids. So a lot of us that grew up like that. Not me, but a lot of my friends. Once daddy stopped fucking, then bye. That ain't cool. So all you niggas in the comments saying, baby mama's scandalous and all that, that's because y'all niggas just think mama stop fucking you. You don't get none of my money. That ain't how it work when you grow up.